I'm Amy from Body Fit by Amy, and this is your core workout for after a C-section. So recovery for our bodies after pregnancy is hard no matter what, but especially building back our core strength after a C-section. I had a C-section, I'm about 16 weeks out, my baby is almost 4 months old, and I've been gradually trying to build that strength back up, and I wanna share some of those moves with you today. First things first, make sure that you have been cleared by a doctor before you do this or any other workout. And if you think you may have diastasis recti, which is ab separation, we all get a little bit, but diastasis recti is a little bit more, then please refer to my diastasis recti videos and check with your doctor. This is not the workout to do if that is the case for you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start. So we're just gonna start in a seated position. So just take your time, we're coming here. And first things first, I'm just gonna round on my back and just get a little stretch here. And then very slowly bring it up. So we're gonna just do a really small half back. So you can have your hands underneath your legs, and then I'll give you an option if you're feeling a little bit stronger. So I'm basically gonna tilt my hips in towards my ribs and then bring everything up. So this pelvic tilt that we're gonna do here, we're also gonna do it on the mat. It's kind of a staple in postnatal core recovery. You're gonna see it in all of my postnatal videos. So just imagine that you're tilting your pelvis in, hips to ribs, and bring it up. So you can have your hands here for balance, and if you feel like you get stuck back here, because I know, especially if you're newer postpartum, it's really hard to do. So feel free to use your hands if you need to, but really try to engage the abs. And we're working on those deep, deep layer abs, our transverse abdominis. They're the deepest layer of our core. So if you're feeling good about it, you can bring those hands up at the top. So tilt it in, and then little lift and lengthen. That's very hard to do. I can tell you a few weeks ago, I would not have been able to do this. C-section recovery, and again, recovery after pregnancy is no joke. It is hard. So please take your time, listen to your body, and don't rush it. Sometimes we can do more harm than good if we try to rush that recovery. Let's get one more. And then we'll take those knees out and just roll it forward and stretch our back. And then we're gonna come here, just very slowly come down on your back. So however you need to, either use your hands or turn to your side. I know a couple weeks ago, I wouldn't have been able to go straight back, so I would have turned to my side. So it's up to you, just make sure you take your time. And then from here, we're also gonna do that pelvic tilt. So I'm just gonna tilt my pelvis in, hips to ribs, and then bring it up. So it's a very small movement. You may not even be able to tell that I'm doing it. What we want to make sure is that we're not tightening in our glutes. So if you feel like you're squeezing your butt, then we're going to take those knees out a little bit. So again, we're targeting that transverse abdominis, which is our deepest layer. And this is really the key to healing from the inside out. So you'll see this even in my diastasis recti videos or any of my postnatal core. This is a great move to get everything working in those deep layers. So let's go one more. So you have an option. You can just keep that, or if you want, we're gonna add a little crunch to it. So I'm gonna tilt my hips in. I'm gonna lift my shoulders. You can keep it really small. Lower my shoulders, lower the hips. So pelvic tilt, small little crunch, down and down. If that feels like too much, just keep that pelvic tilt. Again, maybe you're a little bit further out, or maybe you're really new, you just started working out, you've just been cleared by your doctor. You can keep that pelvic tilt, but if you can, tilt, little lift and a crunch, down and down. So 4 parts, pelvic tilt, crunch. You don't have to get high on this crunch. Up and release. Tilt, lift, lower down, and let's go one more. Pelvic tilt, little lift. So adding on from that, you can keep all of that. You can keep just the pelvic tilt, or if you can, bring those feet up. So we're gonna be in a 90-degree angle. We don't wanna come in any further than that because we wanna keep those abs engaged. But from here, I'm gonna do a little pelvic tilt. So let's start with that. If that feels like too much, again, a few weeks ago, I would not have been able to do this, then just keep your pelvic tilt with your feet down. But if you can, we're here, starting with just that, and then let's add our crunch. So tilt, lift, down, and down. Pull that lower back in, really slow. Pelvic tilt, little lift, down and down. Notice everything we're doing, and this is true for any core work, not just postnatal. We're really taking our time. We want the muscles to do the work. We don't want to use our backs, and we don't want to use momentum. Oh, this is getting hard for me. I don't know about you. Let's go 2 more. Tilt, lift, and 1 more. Tilt, lift, and relax it down. Good work. I can feel that burn. So if at any point you need a break, listen to your body. You can just hit pause, come back to it later. So we're gonna stay here. I'm just gonna do just little knees coming in. Nice and slow, nice and easy. So we're here. And again, let's try to come just about to that 90-degree angle. I was coming in a little farther, but let's keep it here. So if you're feeling good about that, you're gonna feel that transverse of abs and a little bit on top. But if that feels okay, then let's lift both legs up and tap from here. So you can either tap all the way down, or you can just keep it kind of small. But if that feels like too much, because again, I'm certainly remembering a few weeks ago when I really couldn't do much of this at all. So really take your time. All it took was me being a little bit specific, consistent, and patient. So it took probably a good solid month of doing these type of exercises before I started to feel like I had any strength after a C-section. And that was weeks after the delivery because I had to wait, of course, to be cleared from my doctor. Let's get 1 more each way. And relax, hug those knees in. Good work, guys. So let's slowly turn over onto our sides. So we're here. So we're gonna come into a side plank. Side plank is such a great exercise because we can do it all through pregnancy as well. I'm gonna give you 2 options. So you can either stay on your knees, elbow beneath the shoulder, and just lift up and hold. Or if you're feeling strong, maybe you're a little bit further along in your postnatal journey, you can lift all the way up here. This hand can be here, or it can be up, whichever feels good to you. And first things, we're just gonna hold. So you're here, knees can be down if you need them to be, or all the way up. We're just breathing, everything's pulled in tight. We're not gonna hold very long. We've got just about 5 seconds to go. Keep breathing for 3, 2, and 1, good. So either position, knees or feet, we're just gonna do a little lift and lower. So it looks like this, you can either be here, lowering and lift, or all the way up, lowering and lift. So get in position, and here we go. We're gonna go down and up. Either one is fine, because this is really hard. This is hard, even if you didn't just have a baby. And we'll go 4 more, and 3, 2, and 1. Good, good. Bring those knees in and let's stretch it over. Just gonna adjust my hand. And we're gonna swing those legs around to the other side and do the same thing from here. So again, we're gonna hold first. You can either be on the knees or on the toes, whatever works best for you. And here we go. We're gonna lift up and hold. This hand can be here, or this hand can be here, whatever feels best for you. And just make sure that you are breathing. Woo! Yeah, there's always one side of side planks that's harder, right? We got about 5 seconds. 3, 2, and relax. And get a little stretch. And then we're gonna do that same lift and lower. So knees or feet, doesn't matter. Start in position, start up, and we'll go down and up and down. Breathe. And 4 more, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Excellent. Bring those knees in. Little stretch. And there we go. Okay, last thing, we're gonna turn into our front plank position. So we're here on our elbows. We're gonna start with a little modified plank. I love this move. This was great for me, especially in those first couple weeks. So we're going to bring the knees in, stay on your knees, hold that belly button towards your spine, hips to ribs, hold for 3, 2, 1, slowly lower down in the abs, slowly lower the feet. So just like that, that's all we're gonna do. We're bringing it in, hips to ribs, hold 3, 2, 1, and drop it down, and drop it down. So 4 parts. We're bringing the feet in, lifting up through the abs towards the spine, and then we're slowly lowering the abs down, then lower the feet. So if you're doing it right, you're really gonna feel it no matter what. So we really don't have to be up on those toes. I'm gonna give you a little option in a second if you wanna take it up a notch. Maybe you're feeling a little stronger, you're further along in your postnatal journey, but you're certainly welcome to keep it right here because this is hard enough, right? Bring it in, little lift, and slowly down and down. So if you want, do all of that. We're gonna bring it in, little lift, and then from here, up into a full plank, 3, 2, 1, drop those knees, drop the abs, drop the feet. So you have that option, bring it up, then toes down, lift from the center, 3, 2, 1, knees down, lower the core. Here we go, 2 more just like that, up and up. If you want, all the way up, 3, 2, 1, lower and lower. And last one, bring it up, hold, and then if you want, up on those feet, 3, 2, 1, lower the knees, and all the way down. You did it, guys. That is all we are going to do for today. If you want, you can bring those hands by your side and come all the way up in that cobra. If that feels like too much, just stay on your elbows. Here we go. And if that is bothering your incision, I know for the first several weeks I had a lot of pain, and even the first several weeks working out, then certainly flip over on your back. Don't feel like you have to do this stretch. And then very carefully, let's stretch back into a child's pose. Reach forward, hips to the back. Again, if this bothers your incision at all, you can do a different stretch or just take a break. And then very carefully, let's come to a seated position. Here we go. So we're here, and let's reach over. You all did a great job. Just finding any time to work out with kids around is success. So no matter how you felt in this workout, the fact that you're here is amazing. I thought I understood that before, but I really do now that I have a baby. One big deep breath in and out. And that was your core workout for after a C-section. Great job, everybody.